Just closing things off, I'd like to introduce Jason Van Wart, President and CEO of Laurentis Energy Partners, to help us close out.
Afternoon, everyone. I'm actually going to be ending my run with Laurentis tomorrow after 8 years, and it kind of left me in a bit of a reflective moment. And I know today was relatively heavy on technical details, and I thought I'd go a little bit in a different direction. So maybe bear with me if I'm a little sentimental here. But really where I see things is when you look at the world today, it can be a little bit heavy. Between the headlines and the noise, there's a lot of pessimism out there. But when we look at what we do here, it's kind of a ray of sunshine, at least for me personally, when I'm working day to day on this field or in this area. And I think the story of Radiotheranostics is really a story of what people can achieve when they work together, and it's something relatively remarkable. If you start at the beginning of how we get here, it's R&D. Somewhere, somebody has a good idea. It's a new molecule, it's a new target, and with some brilliance, a lot of persistence, a lot of cases, a lot of coffee, maybe even a whiskey thrown in. People dig into the science, and sometimes, once in a while, it actually works, and they find something that's going to change a lot of people's lives. So, next, what comes next? It's the validation, it's the clinical trials, and that's where the grind is, right? And I'm sure a lot of you in here have experienced that grind. You have to test those ideas, you've got to follow the protocols, and then you got to get patients. And these are real people, right? These are real lives that you're impacting. And those people are bravely taking part in these studies and trying to be part of the future of medicine. So it's not glamorous and it's not fast, but it's an essential part of what we're doing. You know what? Next up, we have the regulators. The regulators. These are the people who make sure what we're doing is right. And it's taking those excellent ideas and ensuring that they have the evidence they need to be supported. They want proof, they want to see safety, and they need to see accountability from us. And you know what? When a treatment gets approved, it's not just a win for the company or for the group, it's a seal of trust that we're doing what we need to do and people will be safe. Now, my favorite part, because I'm part of it, is the production and distribution. Because radiopharmaceuticals aren't made in bulk, and they aren't shipped months in advance. These are short-lived compounds with half-lives measured in minutes or hours. That means every day, someone fires up their cyclotron, produces a tiny amount of a powerful isotope. In our case at Laurentis, we're working with a commercial power reactor and making that tiny isotope. But once you do it, whether it's a cyclotron or a power reactor, the clock starts. The supply chain, the air traffic controllers of our products, precision, coordination, and a whole lot of cool heads under pressure. From manufacturing to patient bedside, the entire system has to work seamlessly, and somehow everyone in here knows it does that every day. And finally, the clinicians, the people who take that small vial, that complex compound, and turn it into something profoundly human. A diagnosis, a treatment that's more targeted, a conversation with a patient that starts with, we have options. So what's most remarkable in all of this is that it doesn't take place in isolation. It happens across continents, happens across disciplines, across companies and institutions every single day. Look across the room. I'm sure you've met a ton of people you didn't know before and you learned something that you hadn't heard before. It's a massive orchestra where each section has to play its part with incredible precision. The researchers, the regulators, the doctors, the technologists, and even a nuclear engineer. The people making sure that the trucks get through customs every day are critical to this. Everyone plays a note and we all play it together. So, in a world that usually feels pretty divided and a little bit discouraging, radiopharmaceuticals prove that we can still do big things here in Canada and around the world. Complicated things, life-saving things. They remind us that medicine isn't just about machines and molecules, it's about people working together towards bigger things than themselves. So, here's everybody in the room, the builders, the believers, the ones who make this industry possible. You're not just advancing science, you're advancing hope. So thank you all, and have a good afternoon. Hit the reception.